my microphone. Hello and welcome back to the Nexus gaming series. Geez Louise. Really quickly. Sorry, I spilled water all over my desk in between games here. Robrars and Mason Blaze, thank you so much for the follows in between those games. I really do appreciate your support. We are currently getting the lobby set up for this matchup. Let me also make sure that I set myself to referee. Tournament draft, no match history, team 1. Boop. We're all good. Let me ask this because I needed to last game. Banners set. All right, so instead of having it just sit on a counting screen that had no more time, we'll bring it back and I'll come say hi to everyone. Set team 1 to captain. Phoenix. That captain. Give ban to Mason. Okay. All right, we'll ask the teams if they're set, and we'll get going here into game 1. I am so excited about this matchup. This is a heroic division matchup, and I have not gotten to check out any of the heroic division games, like much of the teams. Posting for context. Oh, oh my God. Oh God, just Kaleo with the portraits. This is so good. All right, both teams. All right, well. All right, Chips and Fracture. All right, we got readies. Let's go ahead and get into this game number 1. Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am Bahamut, your caster. I am so excited about this. On the left-hand side, we're gonna be having CGL Black, and on the right, we're gonna be having Abusement Park. And so the coin flip has already taken place. We've already got our maps all situated. While we're kind of going through this ban phase, hello, welcome back, Fazul and Pokecheck. While we're going, where's my stream at? Your stream's right here. It's just on a 2-minute delay. But coin flip was won by Abusement Park. They went ahead and banned out Braxis Holdout. Well, Sky Foundry is then banned out by CGL Black. First map is going to be Infernal Shrines, chosen by Abusement Park, giving first pick, first ban over to CGL Black. Game 2 is going to be on Dragonshire, chosen by CGL Black, giving first pick, first ban over to Abusement Park, and with a member on the enemy team named Tracer. How can you not ban that out? Like, of course. And I already see. Oh, these. I love the chat so much. But thank you all for coming back, checking out this next game between these two teams. We have a Urel ban on the side of Abusement Park. Don't want to deal with her in that solo lane, as well as just her setup and her ability to really kind of, I wouldn't say dive into the backline, but maneuver herself into horrible positions that you need to deal with. And it, like, for example, like being able to use the Holy Avenger, do you believe it is, into your hammer, which I'm drawing a blank on the name. But the knockback you get from that and pushing the enemy into your friendly team and being able to blow them up, that's a huge thing. And also Urel is just annoying to deal with. She sustains forever. There isn't really been a really like vexed out, or not vexed out way, but vented way of like how to lane into her. There's a lot of just kind of like cloudiness around like how to play against her at this point. A lot of people I'm seeing are saying Greymane is really strong into her, which maybe we see a revive into the Greymane in the solo lane. But either way, that's a first pick Joanna on the side of CGL Black. They want the grouping from that. They like the Blessed Shield setup. They've also got the Iron Skin. Joanna is extremely strong as a tank, and on this map, I think she excels really far. Other tanks that we often do see here is Garrosh and Diablo. Really strong into this map. Sometimes we see Arthas, but that's more into the solo lane. You get that Sendragosa for some sieging potential, but this is the one thing that I just... The timers are so short that I gotta speed up my own spiels. But Alex Draws and Phoenix being picked up here. Now, Alex Draw is extremely powerful on maps like this. Point control, Dragon Form. That's 2 healing circles. You've got a small like gust to knock them back and also reposition the enemy team. If you go ahead and get the Dragon Form on a favorable side, and you can maybe gust the enemy team into your, or split them that way. We'll see here. But Joanna gonna be picked up. Gale Toss for the wave clear, and Maiev on top of that. Okay. So we'll probably see something like a Blessed Shield setup. We have Maiev who dives in with her not Warden's Vault, with her Blink. And then you'll just have Kael'thas doing Phoenix right underneath it, and Warren's Cage is just holding everyone there. And so Decker going to be banned out. Decker's extremely powerful in the 4-member rotations between mid and bottom. He's got a lot of setup in those lanes. I want to talk about Diablo being banned out here because you have to. You have to. The synergy between Diablo and Phoenix, I won't say it won't win you a game because we just saw CGL White in the last series take it both games 1-2 pick for them, and they didn't win with it. Now, granted, I'm not saying, you know, you pick it, you win it, but the synergy's there, and to deny that, that's a huge aspect of this. And so at this point, I think we're going to see a snap pick onto the Diablo, and then as well as maybe their Shrine Clear, and they hold out on their solo lane, because they do have the last pick. They get the next 3-4 pick, or excuse me, 4-5 pick from the members of CGL Black. They can then pick their solo laner as they please. Nope, they're gonna go ahead and pick the Blaze. They're gonna need their wave clear in the Shrine or the Diablo. I think they can, you know, at this point the Diablo won't be contested. So it begins. Oh, Abusement Park just away into my heart. Just the Asmodan being picked up. Wave clear, the damage, the AoE. This is so strong. Now, really quickly, I just want to note, looking at the new Stukov skin, it reminds me a lot of like Command and Conquer. I don't know if that's just me, but it's just like Command and Conquer Red Alert. Like that just, it reminds me so much of Command and Conquer. I don't know why. I'll say it one more time. Command and Conquer. But, so we have the Sonya going to be picked up here for that solo lane. Now, I think, yeah, they go Diablo here. I 100% think you still go Diablo. Lays in that solo lane, Asmodan in the 4-member rotation. Diablo still has a lot of good setup here. Yeah, like you have to, like you absolutely have to, in my opinion, because of just the synergies that you're building here. Alexstrasza has really good point control. Axon about to begin, absolutely. At least for me, in my world, the draft is complete, and we have this beautiful, beautiful Asmodan baby. Yay. Thank you so much for coming by and checking out the stream. I really appreciate it, everyone. I'm just so ecstatic to be back in casting and having you all here watching the games. This is it fills my heart. So thank you so much. Let's get into this game one. Ooh, CGL Black and Abusement Park. Who wins this? Unfortunately, like, I'm gonna be that guy, and the Asmodan team wins it. They in draft, so yeah, I would think. Yeah, I mean, that's true, because if you actually, like, at that point in the draft, there's about 2 minutes left. Maybe, yeah, maybe a little bit more, but still. Oh, Flyest Raven. Thank you for coming by and checking out the stream. I'm so excited about this. I'm looking at these teams, and I'm just like, let's get into this. All right. No, not yet. All right, we're going to be going ahead and getting into this. On the left-hand side, we're going to be having CLG Black, or CGL Black. Yep, doing that backwards, I think. Elric is going to be on that Stukov. Delta R275 Delta is going to be on the Joanna. Fracture is going to be on the Sonya. Enix going to be on the Kael'thas, and Zydron going to be rounding it out on the Maiev. And on the right-hand side, we are going to be having Abusement Park with Chip's going to be on the Diablo. Tracer going to be on the Stukov, or excuse me, on the Blaze. Carnival going to be on the Alexstrasza. Mason Blaze going to be on the Phoenix, and Energy going to be on that Asmodan. And I will note really quickly, sorry so much, Twitch chat and Twitch stream. There is a mismatch between the Aliobs and the current patch. There is no patch currently for Aliobs that fixes the portraits, because the portraits were adjusted from PTR, because everyone remembers Scrunchface Alexstrasza. All that's fixed, so Aliobs needs to do the same. If Kaleo's in chat, feel free to please post that image again just to show his version of this. But let's get into this game one here. We actually have the Bonds of Justice on that Maiev, so she's going to be looking to get as many of those in these rotations as possible just to stack those up quickly. But here's the thing. The Asmodan with that level 1 Wrath. I personally, so far, like, this is the build, this is my jam. Like, I absolutely think that this is the route you take. You get a lot more stacks quicker. It's easily to achieve, and I think that the power spike you get and the damage buff that you get is too big and too valuable. Now, the thing that we need to note here really quickly is in this Asmodan composition, I don't think that they've considered their wave clear. They currently don't have a really good wave to get the clear and help this Asmodan stack up. Currently only sitting at 10 stacks. We'll be kind of watching that as this progresses. But the one thing that they're not getting these, you know, they don't have a Jaina to drop a Blizzard right on top of the wave and then have him dunk off of the second Blizzard wave. So at this point, it's going to be a little hard for them. We'll see as they excel throughout this game and see how they can get the benefit. The nice thing about Wrath is any hero under 75% health will be losing, or will be actually stacking that level 1 questing talent per auto attack, and then there's also things like Bombardment at 7 that will help you stack up even more. But with the rotations that are currently coming out, they just back right out of here. They do not want to take this fight. Some poke going to be going out into a couple members. You do get those stacks from hitting enemy heroes with the globe, so a lot of things. And I'm going to be harping on this just a little bit, but it's just one of those things that, like, I've noticed it, and I've been trying to watch my own, you know, stacking and watching this. I've really been just like, that's just been kind of my big focus lately, is just making sure that I'm learning the stacks. And there we go. We're going to get some nice clear into this, and at this point, we just have these rotations coming out from CGL Black, and they're fairly strong, I gotta say. Abusement Park, they're stacking up their Asmodan, they're stacking up their Diablo, but at this point, CGL Black is got a really, really strong start here. Fracture is going to go ahead and grab this camp. That should time out fairly well with this bottom lane Punisher that will be spawning just now. The 230 mark is usually your call, and we actually see the members of Abusement Park going to go ahead and grab their right side bruisers as well. Meanwhile, in top lane, Tracer on that Blaze is going to be just soaking this up as best as they can, and losing a little bit in the soak range here. They're currently sitting about a little bit like a half a level in difference realistically. Oop, where am I? I'm looking at 4. There we go. So we're looking at like not even 1,000 experience in difference. But the thing is, like, that window can grow and grow. As Asmodan tried to get a dunk there, not going to be getting any sort of those skeletal defenders stolen away just yet. 5 to 6. No kills just yet. We're going to have some members potentially stepping into this as Phoenix gets a gravity lapse onto Chips here. There is going to be the charge in onto one of the members. Umbro Brian going to be pulling Chips away from the friendly team. The Dragon Form does come out. They get the heal onto quite a few members. Tracer going to be diving in, getting that stun onto a couple members here. Elric is going to need to back off a little bit. Dunk going to be going out. Chips are really low here, but there will be that healing coming out from the Elixir. It should be just fine. Dragon Form has ended at this time, so they're going to need to back off. And they keep the members of CGL. I keep doing that. CGL. There we go. I had it right. Okay. In my head, I was just like, yeah, I said CLG. Either way, they're actually going to be stepped up on, but that will be CGL stealing this away. Tracer on that Blaze is going to be getting away with just a couple, not even 100 health. Is there a spear from Fracture? That is going to be the spear, and we chased that kill while they went ahead and got 2 from Kael'thas. Abusement Park getting abused here in this first Punisher. Going to be pushing down this bottom lane, and with the 3 dead, I think they're going to get more than just this fort. The Asmodan currently sitting at 69 stacks. Nice. Going to be getting a little bit higher there with just poking out onto this team as they do confirm the fort, and this is a 72% Punisher. Granted, everyone is back from death. The death timers are extremely low. They might be able to open up this keep front gate, maybe just have that little extra availability to kind of maybe sidestep that wall, step in for a kill. And it looks like at this point we don't have the bait out just yet. There it's going to be going right onto the Alexstrasza. They burn down this keep front gate, but they bait this thing over far enough away that it's not going to get the value I think they're looking for on the side of CGL Black. Asmodan getting some dunks out at this time, but keep front gate goes down. They don't get the fort, but they definitely get a little bit of damage onto this keep here. Meanwhile, Sonya doing amazing work to make sure that they continue to soak these lanes, keep that level, pressure, and that advantage, and that's going to be 9 to 7 currently. And that's what I was talking about. That little bit of an experience gap that you can start to form really will grow if you allow it. Now, granted, it's 3 to 0 in kills. They just got that Punisher. They've been rotating and grabbing these camps. They've gotten a lot of pressure, and at this point, it's getting. You can kind of see it on the map a little bit. I think the members of Abusement Park are just kind of sitting here like, what's our next play? Not in the sense of just like, oh, we don't know what we're doing. It's just like, how do we, what's our play into these 10s, into the way that they're playing? They need to figure out and adjust themselves. They need to just turtle up a little bit, let the lanes come to them, soak for their 10s. They've only got a level and a half that they need to achieve. Next Punisher should be available in about a minute, I'd say. So we'll see here, but this is actually going to be, so Blessed Shield, we talked about this in draft. Blessed Shield for the setup, then you have Maiev with the Umbra, or with the Warden's Cage, there's the Phoenix from the Kael'thas, but here's the thing that we didn't consider. Leap from the Sonya. That leap, oh. I gotta say, I am a big old fan of that. You just get that Joanna, and just slammed into the ground. Absolutely love it. Let's see, as they open up this fort in mid lane, they want to go ahead and just stack this up so that they have preparation for the next Punisher, which, as I said, should be popping up fairly soon. They even push this up even further. Phoenix going to be going out from the Kael'thas. Chips in a really bad spot. The Umbral Bind going to be pulling them right back into this, and there is the healing circle from Alex Straza. I was like, does Elric step up and try and get a kill onto Chips, but goes through the wall with the blink? But didn't happen just yet. And just really quickly, thank you, Ragnarok, for that auto host. I do appreciate it, my friend. Punisher still not available. They are going to be making this rotation. Tracer on that Blaze. Do they get caught out? 10's achieved. We do have the bunker, the Purification Salvo. We actually have the Tide Pool from the Asmodan. 2 talents being held, though. Lightning Breath coming out, and do we have, that's gonna be the Life Binder. Won't be enough. They won't be able to use it, as that will be the sweep coming out from the Purification Salvo from the Phoenix. Not going to be getting the kill that they want. Massive Shove going to be coming out from Elric here. They need to get this heal off onto their support. Dunk going to be going out, not finding the member they're looking for. That would have been definitely, I think, enough to kill Elric. They're sitting at just under 400 health. That was worrisome. Tracer playing Blaze. That's super confusing. I know Kylo trips and me too. That's why I keep trying to say, like, Tracer being on the Blaze. Like, even then, it still kind of sounds weird coming out of my own mouth. But both teams just going to be going ahead and grabbing their Shaman camps to push up the lane. Sony going to go ahead and just pressure this up themselves. 12 to 10. They're not close enough, I don't think, to 13 where they can just rotate and get a couple lanes here. I think they'd need a little bit more than that. They would give over a little bit of the Shrine advantage that they currently hold. We'll have to see here, though. Alex Trezor should have Dragon Form up and available. Chip's going to get poked out here. No souls available for the Diablo either. I just want to point that out really quickly. Only sitting at 79 stacks. We do have the Dragon Form coming out. There will be the Umbral Bind coming out as well. A lot of damage going on to Tracer and Chips. We currently have the bunker coming down as well. Asmodan trying to just poke onto these members, whittle them down a little bit here and there, but that will be the Blaze and the Diablo falling almost simultaneously here as they do get the Purification Salvo out, but it won't be enough to get a kill, and that is a third death as Energy getting those dunks out. Almost getting to the point where you can really where you really have to worry about it, but here's the thing. If you never let the Asmodan late game scale, you don't need to worry about any of that late game pressure and damage coming out from them. But here's the thing, these autos, they're really going to start stacking up here. Actually, they went for the Art of Chaos at 4. Or excuse me, at 7. Typically we see Bombardment because the fact that it pairs well into your autos, you actually get buffs from your Annihilation stacks onto the auto attacks onto the enemy team. And then you also, I think, can stack faster from your autos too after a dunk. And I think it also increases your range. So like that's why I was just like, Art of Chaos, I can see it. You get mana return, as well as you get extra stacks if you do hit multiple heroes. But the thing is, your autos, I think, will typically counteract that, especially with the stacks on top of it. Either way, currently going to have the the Tide Pool just clearing out this wave just to make it so they don't have the minion waves on this keep. But the thing is, the Punisher will be going ahead and soaking for them. Going to just tank all these shots from the keep, and that's going to jump onto the Diablo. They try and pull it farther away. Currently have the Asmodan finishing that level 1 questing talent, so going to have that extra damage. Going to be a little bit more worrisome to be around, but that is going to be the Warden's Cage going out around the Diablo. Going to say, whatever, I'll just pop the Lightning Breath. Asmodan going to get the dunk out as well. The Lifebinder will be there on top of that. No deaths just yet. Blaze going to be dropping that bunker. Fracture so low here. Umbral Bind coming out from the Mayav onto so many members. They actually lose their Phoenix. The blind goes out onto the Diablo, and that will be another kill. They cannot get the kill onto Fracture that they're looking for. The dunk goes out, misses them just by the hair. And that is going to be a very successful Punisher in favor for the members of CGL Black. Ooh. I had to like chug water there for a second because, oh boy, my voice. All right, we're currently going to be having the Siege Camp going to be picked up as well. They're just going to create lane pressure. Meanwhile, Sonya in that top lane will just pressure this as best as she can. The Slam build that's going to be coming out from her is going to be aiding that quite a bit. Not taking that level 1 and needing the extra sustain into that Blaze. I really like this play so far from the members of CGL Black. They're looking extremely strong in this game, as they're just going to go ahead and grab this camp as well. The members of Abusement Park, they're going to need to just turtle up. Once again, this is the same thing they did pre-10s. If they just turtle up, get closer to that talent tier, wait for the next objective, which will be bottom lane. That is the lane, that is their weakest, actually, excuse me, their second weakest lane. Mid lane's their weakest because they've already got catapult pressure there. Question is, though, does CGL Black look for a pick? Oh, we have a little bit of a bush party, so shh, we have to be quiet. Don't want the other team to know that they're doing a bush party. But it doesn't look like it's going to be happening just yet. Actually, rotation out from the Blaze. That's going to be the pull in as well, and that is going to be a dead Blaze, not even dropping the bunker, just like, I don't want to burn the cooldown. Leap going to be going out from the Sonya onto one of the members. The Lifebinder goes out onto the Diablo, but their target was the Asmodan. There will be the Warden's Cage coming out as well. Dunk onto a couple members. They lose their Stukov in this situation on the side of CGL Black. That's the first death that they've given over so far. They start to chase this. There is so many resets for the Maya, but it won't be enough as Alex Raza confirms that kill. They pick up 2 kills here, and that's exactly what they need. Top lane, meanwhile, has been stacked up quite a bit. I wouldn't be too surprised to see Asmodan dropping some generals in this lane to make sure that they continue to just have that pressure up there. And it looks like at this point, they're going to set themselves up for the next Punisher. It's about a level and a half difference, though, from this talent tier. And the question is, will they be able to achieve it in time before that next objective pops? A lot of the lanes are pushed up to them, but except for this top lane. This is really, really in favor for the members of CGL Black, so they're only really soaking off a 2. They're going to need to grab this camp. As we see the members of CGL Black going to be doing the exact same thing, except they're just delaying this out. They're going to wait till it's the most optimal time to throw it in the lane. They'll do that. Meanwhile, Sonya pushed up a little bit here. No pick out just yet. They know that they need to back out of here. They do not want to take a risky fight and give over any experience, because that is exactly... I wouldn't say exactly, but that's one of the things that we saw in the CGL White game versus 104 is it was one little play. They gave over a couple kills, and that just swung the entire momentum of the match in favor for 104 in that second game. But if you missed it, go check it out. Meanwhile, though, this Sonya is going to be dove on by a lot of the members here. She does have the leap available. Not going to be utilizing it just yet. The Pushta will be spread out here. There will be the Purification Salvo going out. That will be the Vault of the Warden from the Maya, but that will be the Sonya getting killed here. The, oh my god, the Lifebinder out already as well. We have the Maya going to be dropping the Warden's Cage just to try and help the members escape here. The Massive Shove going to be coming out from Elric there. Enix is going to try and get some poke, but it won't be enough, and that is a fairly successful defense in favor for the members of Abusement Park. They still don't have their 16s. Sonya is not available, but it is 4 versus 5. They're stepping in on this. They want to go. The silence is out from the Stukov. At this time, they get the chips. That is going to be the Diablo falling, and I do believe that is going to be Soul's reset. So they have the Diablo coming back, but it's going to be a weaker boy as they actually get the Massive Shove onto Tracer there, pushing them really far away. 21-18 on Skeletal Defenders. Maeva looking to just really get in the way of this Blaze, and with that body block, that is going to be a staggered death that they do not want to give here. At this point, 2 kills to none. Sonya's back. She's going to go ahead into that top lane. Go and get that. Oh, Isaiah, thank you for the host. I do appreciate that, my friend. But we currently going to be having this top lane going to get cleared out. They won't be losing over their fort, I do believe. This stacked up quite quickly. She should be able to save at the last second. Fracture should be able to do this. Yep. Meanwhile, though, they leave Joanna on this point. The slowest one on the team to go ahead and get this, but the thing is that allowed them to get mid lane pressure stacked up quite a bit. It allowed Stukov and Kael'thas to get this bottom lane. The longer they take on this, the better. Granted, it does allow Abusement Park to get all their members back. They've got 16s as well. They'll be able to defend this at full. Question is, do they get caught in this rotation? Fracture not looking too good, gonna get stunned by the Diablo. The Blessed Shield comes out as well. The blinds are there as well. Leap gonna be coming out from the Sonya onto so many of the members here. There is a Lightning Breath, and that actually confirms the kill onto the Alex Strauss. Fracture gonna be dying as well, but that is the Diablo dead. On top of that, we currently actually have the Warden's Cage around this bunker, and it's denying so many of the members from leaving. Tracer on that Blaze is getting so low, and that will be another confirmed kill. 3-0 as this Punisher works on this bottom lane, and it is an Arcane Punisher. 15 minutes into this game, this thing sieges so very well, and with 3 dead, they're already setting their sights onto this core. They skip over the bottom lane keep, and they say, let's just start attacking this. The Phoenix is kind of baiting these catapults away from the core, but it's not going to be working out forever as they do. The members from CGL Black going to be just stepping up and saying, no, don't leash my catapults here. Mason Blaze doing a really good job of poking out here, but the core is starting to fall. Double stun from the Punisher at this point. Low 40% here. Do they end up getting the core here? That is the Asmodan falling, and that is game number 1. Going over to CGL Black. GG, well played. And we're also going to be updating the team score. All right, let's go ahead and get into this game number 2 between these two teams. BTW, it's Inex. Oh, okay. I actually was just looking at it and I was just like, oh, it's Square Next, but like it's like Square Enix, so like it's just the end, so it's I Next. Thank you, I appreciate that. URL gonna be another staple ban that we have taken out here. Just teams don't want to deal with the URL. They just don't. No one wants to see it in lane. Fearless Ferret, thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate that support, my friend. Glad you enjoyed the stream. Actually, glad you're enjoying the stream. Quick thing that oh my god. Captain Muffin, thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate that support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate everything. You all don't, yeah, you just don't. Wait, Fearless Ferret, how many accounts do you have? Oh, I think Streamlabs is borked up. Because mine actually says JTR Hots. So JTR Hots probably, thank you so much for the follow. I think it's all borked up. Nope, there it goes. I don't know what that was. Fearless Ferret actually, why did Fearless Ferret go off twice? It's spelled the exact same way, isn't it? That's crazy. All right, either way, thank you so much for the follows. I really do appreciate the support, my friends. Just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and get back into this draft. Tracer being banned out. So the team that has a player named Tracer isn't going to get to play Tracer tonight, unfortunately. Give me more info, Tempest Hots. Oh, CGL Black formed a few weeks ago. Thank you, Tempest. Also, really quickly, let me go ahead and catch everyone up. So, Coin Flip was won by Abusement Park. They banned out Braxis Holdout. While Sky was banned out by CGL Black. Infernal Shrines was first picked by Abusement Park, and then Dragonshire was then picked by CGL Black. We can all figure out who got first pick, first ban those games, but first pick going over to Abusement Park, and they're going to go ahead and they're going to take the Genji. Too many times with ally obs that there are only shown infrequently. Times with ally obs that shown infrequently. Oh, I show them for most of the game, to be honest. What more info can you have? They're from a charity gaming league. They formed a couple weeks ago. They have a GM player. This is all the stuff that I figured out while streaming so far, and most of it's from just Twitch chat. All right, sorry. Let's go back. Like, let's focus on draft here. So the Rainer and Diablo are going to be picked up on the side of CGL Black. That's a really strong start here. Look to see a lot of slows coming out, maybe some Janas, some Janas, as well as maybe even a Malfurion, just something, or ooh, even a Rhaegar wouldn't be horrible because you get the totem slowing. Anything that can just buff Rainer's level 1. That's just all you want to do at this point. Now, on the side of Abusement Park, they have the Genji, Dahaka, and Murden. So they've got that global aspect for the top lane. Solo lane is kind of locked down with that Dahaka. They'll have the Murden, who will probably rotate between mid and bottom. Mostly going to be in mid, looking to just kind of get that set up, maybe make a rotation. Actually, you know what? Genji going to be just kind of, scouting throughout the game, grabbing some picks here and there. But we actually have a Cassia being banned out. They don't want to deal with the blinds onto the Rainer. And they're not going to be picking Joanna because they already have the Dahaka and Murden. So I actually really like that. The blinds that can come out. Max Zillion, thank you so much for the follow. I really do appreciate the support, my friends. Thank you all so much for all the follows tonight. It's so amazing of all of you. I really do really appreciate it. That's more on bad obs, but I still rather always see the talents versus potentially never seeing them. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. I see what you mean on that. It's cool to see Dragonshire be popular so far. Barely. No, it was like, actually, no, I actually casted a lot of Dragonshire, I felt like. I'm pretty sure Tracer doesn't even play Tracer. It's just all elaborate smokescreen. Boba Fetus, oh my god, expect us to ban it 100%. Oh, this. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm reading Twitch chat. You guys are just killing it. Yo, D-Rec, what's up? What's your favorite team between the two? Oh, I'm honestly impartial, but after the plays that we saw from CGL Black, I'm excited to see what they're gonna pull out in this game. But I'm not gonna say that, I'm not gonna be like, oh, they've got it. Like, they took game 1, that doesn't mean they're gonna take game 2. Because the thing is, Jaina Rhaegar, like, the draft on the side of Abusement Park, it's a little terrifying. If Dahaka can get those flank burrows, that's gonna be huge for them. We actually have a Uther being picked up here. I feel like Alex Raza would have been stronger in this situation. Is that just me? Like, I personally think the Alex Raza would have been stronger because it's a point control situation map, and Dragon Form is huge here. The healing circle is, I mean, they might not have someone who plays it, but it's just one of those things that, like, Alex Drowser, I think, would have been huge for this. Cosmosa? Well, sorry, I'm reading Twitch chat way too much. You guys are tearing it up. Oh, I'm even hitting the wrong buttons. There we go. Oh my god. This is the screen that I used to just chug water. Oh snap, they have a GM player GGC of their team. I mean, in the lobby I saw that they had how many teams are in Storm? Oh, I don't know off the top of my head. 8? Is it the highest div? Yes. Okay, all right, back into the game. On the left-hand side, we are going to be having CGL Black. We'll have Elric going to be on the Uther. R275 Delta going to be on the Diablo. Fracture going to be on the Sonya. Zydron going to be on the Maiev. And we have Inex going to be on the Raynor. And on the right-hand side, we are going to be having Abusement Park with Tracer playing the Dahaka. We have Carnival going to be on that Rhaegar. Chip's going to be on the Muradin. Energy going to be on that Jaina. And Mason Blaze rounding out the team on that Genji. Let's go ahead into this game number 2. To find out who is going to win this. And once again, before we get into this, so sorry to stream, there is a mismatch between Aliabs and the current UI. We don't see portraits, but we do have talents at the bottom. We'll do our best just to go from there. We'll just try and keep track of who's dead from the little kill feed on the left hand side. But let's get into this game number 2 here. We'll see if Abusement Park can even this series up, or if CGL Black will take 2 points from the series, because I do believe they do not have, it's not a domination point system anymore. I think it's just purely just, if you win one, you win one. If you lose one, I think it's just 0. You just don't get points. I have to double check on that one. Yes, there is a 2-minute delay, and it is, unfortunately, I will not be able to talk too well to you guys, but we get into this here as we have a stun going to be going out there. That's going to be the toss going out from Chips. Just does not want to get caught out there, as the Rhaegar also gets out just fine. Rotations coming out between these lanes, and overall, just some poke damage between the two. And wait, we have Veteran Marksman level 1? That's not something I don't think I've ever casted or seen. We'll have to see how that works out. And we actually also have the Dahaka going into the more sustained build with that level 1, just also going to be a little bit beefier of a Dino boy in this top lane into Fracture. Sorry, I'm just like, I'm looking over at all these things and I'm just like, ooh, I'm not sure about this. Okay. Bottom lane, we do have the Siege Giants about simultaneously picked up, but that will be the Dragonite Shrines activatable for both teams, as we do have Sonya going to be grabbing the top lane. No one in the bottom just yet. A lot of members in this mid, though. They do not want to lose this over too quickly, it looks like. They're also just making these quick rotations between bottom and mid. Thing is, though, channel is available for the members of CGL Black. No one on it just yet. Diablo, I don't think, would be able to take it, as they do find the Muradin is going to be potentially pulled. Oh, the Umbral Bind didn't connect, and Chips is going to be looking just fine for now, as they do get the third wind activatable, and they will just go ahead and have that natural healing come in. Energy going to go ahead and grab this bottom altar at this time. I'm just waiting. I'm like bated breath as these fights are just breaking out consistently. I'm just waiting for those, as we do have a pull going in onto a couple members here. Ship's not going to be pulled in there. We have Energy being separated from the team a little bit. They're trying to, but Delta in a bad spot, as Mason Blaze is going to be diving forward on that Genji, just getting some poke damage here, as Elric is also going to be bodying some of that, healing them up just fine. Carnival going to be in this bush. They're looking to set up onto the Uther here. They get the stun. That will be the Umbral Bind onto 1 or 2, but this snow is falling, and that is going to be 1 kill going over in favor for Abusement Park. That that Uther falling so very early. Going to have those ghost heals just ending now. Back up in a couple seconds here. Meanwhile, though, in top lane really quickly, Fracture into Tracer. Seems to be going fairly well for the Sonya at this time. We have the available Dragonite for the members of CGL Black, but unfortunately, they cannot make the rotation quick enough to go ahead and grab this. Zydron will be staying in the bottom lane. Oh, just avoiding these Storm Bolts from Chips. Oh, but this is going to be a little bit of an aggressive. They get the slam into the wall. That will be the Umbral Bind onto Energy, and I do not think that they're going to be surviving through this. That will be a staggered death, as they do have the Rhaegar, and the Rhaegar in mid will have Tracer and Mason Blaze in this top lane. That gives over bottom, though. And, Well, they say if you're going to give over bottom, then we're going to go ahead and just start opening this up and take out the well. I went through a whole spiel about this in the last game, about how important your well is in just sustaining throughout these matches. And Dragonshire is a key map that we often see this, where you have teams take out the wells so that you cannot sustain on this objective. If you can't stay in this lane and be able to rotate between the objective and your well like that very easily, it's going to just be extremely difficult to just hold these points. And we actually have Zydron getting annoyed by Mason Blaze, and actually a turnaround onto Chips here as they tried to get the poke and help the friendly team, but they will have the Rhaegar there for the chain heal. No big deal. Meanwhile, bottom lane captured by Energy. They deny the Dragonite, and this continues to be a drawn-out objective as these teams have achieved 7 1-to-1 kills. And it's a fairly even match in this game here. No real big advantage just yet for either team. I'm waiting with bated breath. I'm just like, who's going to break out in a fight? And doesn't really seem like it. Tracer and Fracture in this top lane playing fairly nice. Tracer hasn't really stepped up and tried to get onto the point just too often. We do see it happening right now. The spear is going to be going out, but it will not be connecting. We have Tracer just backing right out of there. Meanwhile, Mason Blaze is going to be in that mid lane, making sure no one captures the Dragonite. But the thing is, while all that's happening, they're in this bottom lane, pushing this up and continually getting some value here. Now, granted, these Siege Giants, they're gonna get killed off, and they'll have some siege potential on the side of CGL Black. What they can do for Abusement Park, they have the Genji waiting right above. We get a little bit of a brawl here? No, we just have them rotating between lanes, getting more experience. I don't think Mayev's going to be able to grab the Dragonite just yet. Bottom lane's going to continue to get poked out and whittled down. Top lane, we just have actually the burrow out from Tracer at this time. They're going to be looking at Onyx. They actually get the knockback. The cleanse is there as well. Stormbolt goes out, and they're looking for this kill. The Umbra Bind connects on the 2 members here. No one getting pulled just yet. That ties time out. Meanwhile, the Siege Giants, they're starting to poke out a couple here, but Delta is going to be the first to fall in this fight. Souls will be dropped, and that is also going to be a dead Maiev as Mason Blaze gets the denial on this Dragonite capture point. They should be rotating someone into top fairly soon, but that burrow from Tracer was huge for them because it got so much value just disrupting them. And hearing that Dahaka burrow through the lane is sometimes pretty terrifying. And Tracer just goes ahead and says, Fracture, you can go ahead and hit me a bunch of times, but it's no big deal. Meanwhile, though, they don't take back top. Bottom gets captured back over. Maiev is going to be rotating into that mid lane. Granted, Genji is there to deny any of that, but we do have Hens achieved on the side of Abusement Park, and they will be having that isolation water elemental, which we did see a buff on, as we actually have a dive onto Onyx here. A lot of damage going out. That doesn't look like it's going to be the kill just yet. Elric is doing a great job of keeping the friendly members alive. That is going to be Tens achieved, and that is the D-Shield, the Leap, the Hyperion, actually. We have the Warden's Cage, as well as the Lightning Breath. And then on the side of the members of Abusement Park, they will be having that isolation, water elemental, Avatar form, X-Strike, as well as the Ancestor healing. And Zydron maybe gonna get picked off here, actually blinking behind the enemy team. Gonna go ahead and get the Vault of the Warden, but it won't be enough, and that will be a picked off Maiev. Meanwhile, though, bottom lane, they're gonna go ahead and just capture this over, but they don't get the full capture. So it goes down to half, and this is a really, really big thing here. If you can get that full capture, it's more time staggered out, and Maiev has a little bit more time to get back. Granted, top lane, not going to be winning out into Fracture just yet, as they literally are doing just circles in the lane, stepping up with the spear and just backing right off. And actually, the tongue going to get pulled them right in, but that's only one tower to get some damage out. Meanwhile, Rhaegar in this bottom will go ahead and get the soak onto this, get the clear onto this camp and just pressure bottom lane, as the team is just going to kind of whittle their way into this objective. Not getting the channel just yet. Or actually, no. Maiev is available for this. Question is if Mason Blaze will leave the lane. Onyx is going to be joining in. They start to move up. The bind did not connect onto Mason Blaze. The thing is, though, they can only delay for so long. No one's going to be sitting on that point just yet in the bottom lane. Actually, we do have a brawl over this bottom lane currently, and we're going to need to split ourselves here between these two lanes, and that is going to be the Dragonite picked up for the first one. We picked up by CGL Black. That will be pressuring into the mid lane, and I was thinking that they'd be able to deny that out with the pressure that they were applying in the bottom lane, but it did not work out. First Dragonite going over for CGL Black. They'll be opening up mid lane a little bit more. Gonna get a kick onto Energy there. Just push them further away. That has probably got the biggest burn onto the Dragonite this time. We do have the Rhaegar just rotating up to get the clear onto that wave. The rest of the team will be there and available to make sure that they get this push onto the bottom lane. Oh. He did like a little double leap there, so he probably went further. But we are currently going to be having this bottom lane is going to be sieged by the Dragonite. In top lane, we still have the Sonya going into the Dahaka, which we'll peek at in just a minute. Meanwhile, though, this Dragonite standing in this Blizzard going to be taking a bunch of damage. Zydron going to get a pull in onto a couple members here. No one going to be picked off just yet. The kick going to be going out onto Chips here, making sure they're continually separating the tank away from the team. Maybe they can step up into this into the Rhaegar or the Jaina, but it won't be happening just yet. Healing Totem was out as well from the Rhaegar. They're going to siege up a little bit more here. Raynor going to be the one who was in this Dragonite. Chip stepping far forward. We have the Water Elemental coming out as well. We have Tracer going to be burrowing him, but it was not the best place. Ancestral Healing going to be connecting onto Tracer here. The Lightning Breath is going to be coming out from the Diablo. That is going to be Uther falling in this situation, but Jaina will be the next one to fall in this as well. Hyperion out. On top of that, we have the Warden's Cage. Diablo so low, going to get bit in the butt by Carnival, and that is going to be a 2-for-1 trade in favor for Abusement Park. And I gotta say, that worked out well for them. The thing is, they left Sonya alone. Fracture got so much value here. They need to leave now. Like, they can't wait any longer. They've got the leap available if they want to go ahead and try and do that. There was the Stormbolt. It didn't connect. They get the dismount. There's the leap that we saw, and Fracture will make it out just fine. And meanwhile, they got a bottom fort. Top fort was weakened quite a bit. They took out the well. This is a really strong start for CGL Black. This is the same thing we started seeing them in the last game. And it's 2-6, but the thing is, they're playing the macro game. They're losing these fights. They're staying up in experience. I'm curious, like, the 13-16 mark is really where I think both these teams can either excel or falter into each other. I think Jaina really gets a lot of big burst. She's already finished her Ice Block. She's already finished her level 1 quest. Murden's sitting at 23 stacks on his Stormbolt. He's already finished his baseline quest. Diablo only needs 23 more souls. Raynor's looking at 28 out of the 9,001 stacks that he can be getting for this. So, I mean, it's an uncapped quest, basically, but it's always fun just to see that, like, oh, well, all right. 9,000 stacks. Let's see if you can finish those out in a regular match. Meanwhile, though, we do have Fracture rotating into the friendly team. Looks like they want to open up this mid lane, and this is the thing. I keep harping on this, but you can see what they're doing. Inox, the first thing that they did, they rotated onto that well and took it out. The sustain on this map is extremely important. Ship's going to be stepping up here. They want to take this fight, and that will be the Umbral Bind onto one of the members, pulling them out of position, but the Hyperion will be there as well. On top of that, you have the Lightning Breath from the Diablo, and that will be enough. The unfortunate thing there is that you won't be getting the Ancestral Healing coming out in time. Diablo going to go ahead and Shadow Charge the fort here. We do have Shrines available for the Dragonite, and so they can potentially take this. The big thing is just how they're going to split themselves across this map. They go ahead, they rotate Maiev into the bottom here. Sonya's going to be going up into the top. Not sure if Dahaka will be denying this for how long. They're going to go ahead and get the clear onto this wave. Meanwhile, though, on bottom, they want to push this up a little bit further. They've got the cap onto this point. Sonya potentially could be no, they wouldn't be able to do it in time. I was like, can Sonya go ahead and grab the point and the Dragonite? Not possible with Tracer up there at the same time. Which is going to be confusing because I was just saying Sonya. God level 2. Oh, thank you, Zengaju. Thank you so much. Hope you all are enjoying the stream and having a blast. And yes, I just saw Drinking Run. The portraits are bugged. I do apologize. But hey, we'll do our best to just make sure that we're calling out the elite value. All right. Meanwhile, though, in top lane, we do have Fracture going to go ahead and channel this point. No one available, though, in mid to go ahead and grab this. 16-15 in favor for the members of CGL Black. Bottom lane has got some pressure on it. The Dragonite is available for channel. They've got Genji sitting in this bush. But they're not going for it just yet. They're just going to continue to push in bottom lane. They're like, if you want to sit in mid lane trying to deny us that Dragonite, that's fine. We'll just go ahead and try and get your keep. We do have Chip stepping into this backline. A lot of damage going to be coming out at this time. We also have Diablo getting the Shadow Charge. There is a huge Warden's Cage that comes out that will be also the Hyperion, but Uther is going to be falling extremely quickly in this fight. The Ancestral will be connecting onto Chips. They go ahead and dive right back into this fight, and they look for a second kill. Silence is going to be on the Diablo with that isolation. The extra coming out from the Genji will be enough to get this kill, as well as follow up onto the Maiev. And the thing is, I talked about Sonya being able to grab the point and the Dragonite. Two members just died. Granted, Diablo did lose souls. Dragonite was picked up. On the other hand, though, at the same time, it's already at 50%. I personally think they should have just rotated hard top, just gotten this. It's Death Bridge, but they would have gotten a little bit more value, I think, with it. Meanwhile, though, Diablo just trying to get in Dahaka's face here. Not going to be working out too well as Delta just stepping. Oh my god, Tracer just continuing to fight into this as the kick actually goes out onto the Dahaka at the burrow. The tunnel is there. Is there the burrow? The knockback happens, and that is going to be the kill onto the Dahaka. That's a great pickup for them. Never stand behind a Dragonite. PSA. Just never stand behind a Dragonite. It will kick you into your own area, and then Dahaka tried to burrow, but Rainer, Inex just holding that knockback, utilizing it at the right second to make sure that is denied, and then getting that kill. And I gotta say, I was saying, oh, the Icebox to actually have the Dragonite stand there for a little bit longer, and also the Northern Chill there to also take down some of the armor to burn it down a little bit quicker. Thing is, Leap's available. They can use Leap if they do need to get out, and that will be utilized. Water Elemental comes out as well. There is the Mythical Spear to continue to pull Fracture out of this situation. But meanwhile, Siege Camp and Bottom Ray is going to be picked up by the members of CGL Black, and this pressure continues to be a nuisance, as actually Chips is going to be diving in, but they get the blink out the last second. That is a huge play for them. It will be burned away fairly quickly. The thing is, though, it just denies them from grabbing that camp and having that pressure in their lane. No camps available on the side for, or actually, excuse me, the Bruiser camp just popped on the side of Abusement Park, so I wouldn't be too surprised as to maybe go grab that camp, have that pressure the other lane. When did Dwarf Toss come out? Did it get interrupted? Oh, it was, I think, I was making a joke that he tried to Dwarf Toss when there was the Dragonite kicked him at the exact same time, so it was like a longer kick. It's a bad joke. We are going to be having, though, these two camps going to be picked up, I would say almost simultaneously. We'll Sonya finish this out on the left-hand side. Meanwhile, they're just waiting for the Dragonite and setting up their lanes. CGL Black has fairly good map control this time, holding all three of their forts still, as well as I think their gates on top of that. Haven't really given over too much at this time. Looking for a bit of a fight, though, in this bottom lane. Abusement Park trying to get the right angle on these members, but it's not going to be happening just yet. Yeah, Dunkstick, what's up? Thanks for coming by, my friend. Top lane got pressured up a little bit, though, by Dahaka. Thing is, though, Sonya will make this rotation right now. Gonna get the clear into that. I wouldn't be too surprised to see the objective popping fairly soon as well.
The shrines awaken once more.
Do they take... What do they do here? Like, I'm trying to, like... I'm like, what's the play for Abusement Park? Looks like they want to catch them in a rotation. Inex is at the front of this. Delta's going to be stepping forward. They get a lot of burst onto this, but they actually have the leap coming out from Fracture as well. The Hyperion will be coming out as well. On top of that, we have the Lightning Breath. There is also going to be the AD Shield going to be used, so it will deny them that Dahaka silence from the... Oh my god. Chips is so low. Should have died so many times there, but they end up getting the Maiev. Oh my god, the Ancestral is not going to be connecting in time, and that will be the Genji falling as well. So a Maiev for a Genji, but the thing is they've also lost another member on top of that. Oh god, just losing your Dahaka as well as your Genji. It's just so much taken off the table. Delta not very healthy here. Gonna get this channel for a second. The thing is though, if Diablo dies, it's no big deal. Plus, fun fact, you can channel the drag. Fracture, you had it. Oh, Fracture had it. Diablo died for your sins, Fracture. But I was about to say, like, you can actually channel the Dragonite faster than you can channel these points. So if you ever get in a race where you're like, they got into the point the exact same time I'm channeling this, you never need to worry because you will get the Dragonite before they can channel over the altar before you. Unfortunately, Fracture stepped off the point just a second too early. I think they maybe thought they had the Dragonite and they were like, all right, we're going to go. Like, we're going to take this and we're going to go win with it or something. But that's not going to be the case here as we do see Maiev back up at this time. This camp in bottom lane will be grabbed as well. It's sniffed out a little late by the members of Abusement Park, but they are going to be achieving their level 20s as well. So 20 to 20 here, even talent tiers. That timers are getting really long. We still have 15 seconds on the Diablo, sitting at 66 souls. Needing 34 when they get back, just to potentially, you know, if they die, or just to get that full Diablo big baddie value. But this is going to be a top rotation. They're going to play it safe. They know that the enemy team is going bottom. I think they might have scouted them on map. But at this point, they're going to trade the points. No big deal. And no channel for the Dragonite just yet for the members of Abusement Park. If they get another pick, though, if they can get another series of picks like they did, staggering deaths like that, that'll be huge for them. The thing is, though, is if they're going to be able to pull that off. That's like the big question in the situation. They go ahead and they get the clear onto this camp. Diablo's still sitting at 66 souls. We currently have a little bit of a dive onto Fracture. Going to get that Mythical Spear out just fine. No heroics burn just yet. Both teams have them available. Dahaka going to burrow into top lane. That means that they have the Dragonite available. Are they going to be able to zone this away? Fracture going to be stepping up. Channel is going to be available, but here's the thing. They make a hard rotation, and they aren't able to get the Dragonite here. Oh my god. This back and forth between these two teams. As I apologize, the Sonya getting caught out there in the rotation. I look down at minimap for 1 second, and I'm just like, oh well, goodbye, Sonya. And that's a staggered death that they need. The Haka's going to go ahead and put themselves in a position for this Dragonite. I think Abusement Park is going to get their first Dragonite of the game. They won't be able to deny this point. Yep, and that's going to be the first one going over. Tracer will be picking that up, and I wouldn't be too surprised just to take it right into mid. I think that's your best bet at this point. Just open up the map as quickly as possible for your friendly team, just to go ahead and try and get some kills as well. Umbra Bind can be coming out from the Maya. They're not going to be working out, as this Dragonite scaling quite a bit here, sitting at 19 minutes into the game. Stun's going to be coming out from the Uther at this time. They get a stun onto Elric as well. The overpower from the Delta, as they also use their Hellgate. Get back over the gate. Maybe they thought they were in a bad position or something. I thought they had that fine, but either way, rotation going to be coming into this bottom lane. They continue to open up the map for themselves quite a bit. And yeah, this is their best bet at this point. They don't need to worry about top lane. Mostly because this is just Death Bridge area. Not a lot of teams win through top lane. Bottom and mid are your typical enders with the Dragonite. We'll see. They can't end with this one. 38 seconds on it. 73% on the health, but it still has 36 seconds left. So they're not going to get more, especially with so much available for both teams. Chips is just currently watching for that flank, and I really like this play so far. They have the Hyperion coming out. They want to fight. They know that the Dragonite's going to be ending quite soon. They have the Umbra Bind connecting onto one. That is actually going to be the Diablo pushing Mason Blaze a little bit further away from their Maya. The Karn Evil isn't going to get caught by the Warden's Cage, but Zydron is going to be looking for that kill regardless. Chips is going to be trying to find a kill, but it won't be working out, and that's going to be a 2 for nothing trade. As Maya was going to be falling? How did I just miss? Was it the water element? It was the water elemental, wasn't it? Because I was just like, Jaina was dead. No, she wasn't. No, excuse me. So okay, I missed it. I guess I'm more tired than I thought I was. We are currently, though, going to be having this camp stolen away by the members of CGL Black, and they want to pressure this bottom lane as hard as possible. Getting catapult pressure on this map is, on any map, is extremely beneficial for the team, but they just go ahead and they back off. They're going to want to stack this mini wave up a little bit more. Meanwhile, though, top lane, Dahaka trying to open this up and make that top lane a little bit harder for Sonya to go ahead and just like have the escapes that they're looking for consistently. You know, if you have your forts, you can run to something that will damage the enemy and slow them so they can't chase you too far. But Haka currently sitting in that bush, just waiting just to soak up a little bit more, push this up. But here's the thing, in bottom lane, we currently have the Hyperion coming out as well, and this is looking like a dead keep as it's getting that extra damage for that level 20 upgrade here. Energy going to be popping the Water Elemental. We have Tracer getting that flank at this time. No Tongue going to be connecting just yet. We have the Hellgate coming out from the Diablo. We'll get the stun for a second here. Fracture going to be looking to get out. That is going to be the rewind on the Murden as they go ahead and get the kill onto the Sonya. That is the extra to confirm it. They also do have the cooldown reduction, but I don't think it got exactly what they're looking for. The D-Shield goes out onto Raynor, but I don't think it'll be enough to save them, and that is going to be another kill. They look over at Delta, who is trying to get the kill into Tracer, but they pop the Essence. They'll be able to get out just fine. That is going to be Delta falling here, and the thing is, they also have Shrines activating in the next 20 seconds. Dahaka doesn't even need to burrow. They can just make the rotation there into the top lane. They'll go ahead and grab the Siege Camp as well. Abusement Park wants to even this game up, and they have the opportunity to do it with this current setup. 36 seconds on one member for CGL Black and 23 on the Sonya. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I think it was Uther who fell as well. No, it's the Raynor. The Raynor fell as well. It's hard when you can't see the portraits and you're like trying to see the heroic icons through the cooldown constants. Like the moment I said Raynor, I'm like, oh, that is Hyperion. Yes. Either way, we currently have the Genji jumping into the Dragonite. This is the defense they really need to set up for. 5 seconds on Raynor. Haka will be able to come in at this time. They currently have that camp pushing to the top lane in favor for CGL Black. We'll see what value that gets. But this is really looking nerve-wracking on the side of CGL Black. A lot of the members starting to stack up in this bottom lane. The kick goes out. Zydron going to go ahead and utilize the Vault of the Warden to make sure that does not happen here. Currently going to get some Dragon Breath out a little bit. Going to make sure that they get this bottom lane keep, and that is going to even up the catapult pressure here. Ooh, the chase, though, onto Tracer here. The Dahaka actually will get the Ancestor Healing. The Tongue will not connect, but they're getting that massive armor reduction with the Dark Swarm. They actually have Chips diving out. That will be the D-Shield out onto the Sonya, who goes ahead and gets a leap onto Energy. There is the Stasis, but it won't be enough because that is going to be the Warden's Cage around it, and that is going to be the core of CGL Gaming falling. I don't know why I said gaming. It's black. GG's Abusement Park takes game number 2.